look at what these last 4 years have done to the nation, have done to us. This was perpetrated upon us. Trump will take it, of course, personally, and he's not wrong to do so, but it would be out of control. It would be an obscene thought almost to think that we aren't the victims of this. But as you're discussing, I'd like for you to break it down, and you do so over at legalinsurrection.com, your site. This entire conversation about Trump and the Russians comes from a Hillary Clinton and Clinton campaign fever dream that, hey, how can we put this together? Based on the report, how did they put that together?
Yeah, I mean, it was done through, it was made up. I mean, it was fabricated. It was not even based on any real sourcing in the so-called Steele dossier. And it was completely concocted by Hillary Clinton paid operatives. That's how it happened. So, that's my first takeaway. The second takeaway is what you've pointed out. The FBI and the federal government played a supportive role in this. Remember that the FBI, according to the Durham report, knew that this was a hoax, knew that there was no evidence to support it, but allowed it to percolate. And then they briefed the senior Obama administration officials about this. The report seems to indicate, including Obama, although it's a little unclear from the report, at least that I remember, whether it was face-to-face with him or through others to him. But clearly he was aware of it, and so was his whole administration. And they allowed this to happen, and they said nothing. They allowed people to report that they were investigating and said nothing. They were co-conspirators here. The Obama administration was fully on board with this, because if they weren't fully on board with it, they would have said something, that there's nothing there. And then you see James Comey and the others then using these Russia allegations in the Steele dossier to try to set up Trump. Remember, the then director of the FBI went to the White House a day or two after Trump took office to meet with him, to set him up, to give CNN an excuse to run the dossier. So this was a really a fraud perpetrated by the Hillary Clinton campaign with the cooperation of the Department of Justice and the FBI. So that's, takeaway number two. And the federal government colluded here to interfere in an election and then to paralyze a president over things they knew had no basis.